If you have few or no friends, these 7 traits may explain why. Act Y, the illusion of connection. You check your phone. Silence. You scroll through social media and see them. Groups of people laughing, drinking, seamlessly connecting. In that exact moment, you feel it. A cold, heavy weight settling in your chest. A very specific kind of quiet. Society tells you this silence is a symptom. It tells you that if you are alone, you are broken, that you are antisocial, that you have failed the fundamental test of being human. They call you a loner, an outcast, a misfit. But they are wrong. What if your solitude isn't a defect, but a defense mechanism? What if the reason you have few or no friends isn't because you can't connect, but because your psychology is wired to reject the artificial? There is a concept in evolutionary biology called specialization. As an organism becomes more highly evolved and efficient, its social circle naturally shrinks. The sheep huddles in a herd, the wild dogs run in packs, but the tiger walks alone. If you are watching this, you have likely felt out of place your entire life. You have tried to wear the social mask, but it never fits. Today, we are going to dissect the 7 rare traits found in people who walk alone. These are powerful psychological adaptations. By the end of this video, you will understand why your circle is small and how to turn your solitude into your greatest weapon. Act 2. The 7 rare traits. Most people sleepwalk through their social interactions. They listen only to surface-level words. They take these statements at face value because comfort is easier than clarity. You can't do that. Your brain is wired with hyperacute pattern recognition. In cognitive psychology, this is called thin slicing. The subconscious ability to map human behavior and find accurate patterns using extremely narrow windows of observation. Your brain doesn't just register what people say. It tracks micro-expressions, subtle tonal shifts, and delayed reaction times. When someone compliments your success, but their eyes don't crinkle at the corners, you see the envy. When they agree with you, but their pitch rises slightly, you hear the hesitation. You see the shadow behind the mask. For the average person, a party is a fun exchange of energy. For you, it is an exhausting stream of raw data. Because you see the performance, you refuse to participate in the play. You aren't lonely, you are just incapable of being lied to. Most of the world runs on external validation. They need compliments, likes, and a constant crowd to witness their existence just to feel real. But if you roll solo, you are likely internally validated. This means life is not a popularity contest to you. You refuse to contort yourself or pretend to be someone you're not just to gain a seat at a table where you don't belong. In psychology, this is known as having an autotelic personality, someone who finds purpose, joy, and satisfaction within the activity itself, not in the external applause. You read because you need to know. You train because you must be strong. You create because the idea is burning a hole in your mind. If you choose to spend time with someone, it's not because you're lonely. It's because you genuinely choose to be with them. You would rather feel whole alone than half of yourself with others. In physics, entropy is the natural slide of any system toward disorder, randomness, and noise. Most daily social interaction is pure social entropy. It is the recycling of dead information. If you walk alone, you likely possess a high need for cognition, a psychological trait where individuals experience actual physical fatigue when forced to engage in shallow talk. It drains your dopamine and spikes your cortisol. Small talk isn't polite to you. It is the theft of your time. When you try to bring deep topics to a casual gathering, the room goes quiet. You face a constant choice: dumb down your spirit or accept the silence. You chose the silence. This isn't arrogance, it is energy economics. Let's be completely honest. Not having friends is not always a tragedy. Sometimes it is a massive boundary win. Many people remain in draining social circles simply because they are terrified of being alone. You have learned a brutal, beautiful truth. You cannot heal in the exact same place that broke you. You value your peace over cheap popularity. Your boundaries are not walls to keep the world out. They are gates designed to let only the genuine in. Trait 5, the unconscious mirror. Have you ever walked into a room, said absolutely nothing, and felt people instantly dislike you? Or been targeted by passive-aggressive behavior for no logical reason? It's not because you are weak, it's because you are a screen. In Jungian psychology, this is known as shadow projection. When a person who is fake and insecure meets you, someone who is quiet and self-sufficient, they do not see you. They see the part of themselves they are ashamed of. Your self-sufficiency mocks their dependency. Your silence forces them to hear their own internal noise. Because their ego cannot handle that discomfort, they project their self-hatred onto you. They call you arrogant or distant. Most friendships are built on codependent delusions. I'll tell you you're right if you tell me I'm pretty. You don't sign that contract. When someone complains about a problem they created, you don't offer cheap sympathy. You ask how they plan to fix it. You break the contract of mutual delusion, and when you do, you become the villain. Accept that role. Being the villain in a toxic narrative is a compliment. It means you kept your reality intact. Trait 6, rapid personal evolution. Sometimes having few friends has nothing to do with being unlikable. It has everything to do with transformation. Human beings do not grow at the same pace. While some are content repeating the same habits, you are evolving. You are actively healing, upgrading your standards, and moving through identity shifts faster than your environment can handle. When you undergo a massive personal evolution, your old circle will naturally feel tight and uncomfortable. The conversations that used to entertain you now bore you. You have to accept that as you transform, you will leave some people behind. This is not coldness, it is growth. You are not hard to love. You are just hard to manipulate back into the person you used to be. Trait 7, the architect's vision. Most people use social circles to kill time. You feel the passage of time like a physical weight. You are possessed by a vision of what you want to build, whether it's a career, a body of work, or a formidable mind. This is the architect trait. Neuroscience shows us that the brain operates on two primary, anti-correlated networks. The default mode network, associated with social daydreaming, and the task-positive network, associated with deep focus and execution. When one is highly active, the other is suppressed. You cannot build a masterwork while maintaining a demanding, hyperactive social life. It is cognitively impossible. Every time you say no to a casual hangout to invest in your future, your social invitations shrink. Good. The filtration system is working. You are clearing the construction site to build your skyscraper. Act 3, the protocol. But there is a trap here. When you are isolated for too long, the mind can begin to eat itself. You might start to internalize the quiet, thinking that maybe they are right. Maybe you are just unlovable. You might try to lower your standards, pretend to be less than you are, just to feel human contact. Do not do this. That is spiritual suicide. If you have no friends right now, the universe has cleared the board for you. It has handed you the rarest commodity in the modern world: time and silence. Here is your 3-step protocol to navigate the wilderness. 1. Maintain radical standards. Never eat garbage just because you are hungry. Stand firm in the void until you find depth. 2. Shift to the signal strategy. A lighthouse does not run around the ocean searching for boats. It stands tall and remains solid. Build your skills, master your craft. Your excellence will emit a frequency that other high-caliber minds will eventually find. 3. Wear the mask lightly. This is the ultimate lesson of survival. Be kind, be polite, and use basic social interactions as a tool. Give the village the small talk they can handle, but protect your inner sanctuary at all costs. Solitude is the tax you pay for freedom. It is a heavy tax, but it buys you a life that actually belongs to you. Look at your life right now. The empty chair across from you is not a sign of failure. It is reserved for truth and for the rare few. Until they arrive, honor the empty chair. Keep building. You're not lonely. You're the first one at the meeting point. If this message resonated, you are not alone in this silence. Let me know in the comments, which trait did you recognize today? If you want to join a community of sovereign minds, hit the subscribe button. Let's build our foundation together. Stand firm in the quiet.